Cotton candy chapstick, life-changing. I'm crying again. Are we even surprised? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my second channel. Today we're doing another music reaction. I've been reacting to a lot of music recently and you guys seem to really enjoy these videos, so I'm gonna keep doing them. We did Ariana Grande, we've done Olivia Rodrigo, we did Madison Beer. Today we are reacting to a very monumental album. I'm sure I haven't heard it, but it's Lorde, so it's bound to be monumental. It has been a long several years waiting for another Lorde album, but good things take time. And we're gonna be listening to Solar Power today. It released, I think, yesterday or the day before. I'm a wee bit late. I apologize. But I'm going back to school and I've just been having a lot of anxiety and, you know, whatever. It's her third album and she's got some heavy shoes to fill. Pure Heroin just had me by the throat in middle school, and Melodrama got me through some of my biggest heartbreaks ever in the early years of college, and it's still one of my favorite albums of all time. It is a masterpiece. So Solar Power, the expectations, they're fucking through the roof, okay? I hate to say it. They are. They're through the roof, but I feel like Lorde doesn't disappoint. She doesn't disappoint, so I have faith. But yeah, the thing I love about Lorde is she blew up when she was really young. I think she was like 15, 16, and at the time I was like 14 maybe. So I've kind of grown up with her. I feel like she makes music about what she's going through in that era of her life, like teenager, you know, early adulthood, and now you're like mid-20s, and I feel like by the time it releases, I'm like right in that period. So her albums always really have resonated with me in the past, and I feel like they just coincide with that era in my life. So yeah, let's just hop into it. Like, I am so excited. I have been waiting to listen to this for the reaction, even though I've been wanting to listen to it ever since it dropped. Let's just hop right in. The first song is called The Path. That's not... We're vibing. Born in the year of OxyContin, caught in the complex divorce of the season. The lyric, caught in the complex divorce of the seasons. Ma'am, I relate to that so hard. I feel like there are seasons in my life, and my transition from one to another very rarely is smooth. Like, oftentimes it does feel like a divorce. When I think about myself, even like 2 years ago, I'm like, yeah, I like divorced that version of myself. It feels monumental. Very rarely am I like, yeah, I just gradually grew into this new me. No. Usually there's some trauma or some big event that leads me to like really reflect and change and grow. So I love that lyric. Drums! The lights. But Lorde, I thought you were a prettier Jesus. I thought... No! If Lorde can't be my savior, who's gonna be? Nobody. I love this intro. I don't know why I feel like I'm like on the verge of tears. She always just strikes a nerve. I don't know. Like, it's not even that sad of a song, or like, you know, but it's just like hearing Lorde and knowing like this is such a good intro to the album. I don't think I'm gonna add it to my playlist because I find that with intros and outros to albums, they're usually more of an artistic thing rather than something you want to listen to all the time. But it works when you're listening to the body of work from, you know, start to finish. She's kind of just admitting like, I'm right here with you all. You know? That's beautiful. And I like that the album's called Solar Power. We're talking about hope this sun will show us the path. It's all about sunlight. I feel like it's gonna be like a happy healing album is the vibe I'm getting. The next song is a song we've known and a song that I personally really enjoy, Solar Power, her first single from the album. It was unexpected. It wasn't what I originally thought we would be getting from Lorde, but the song really grew on me and I think it's such a fun, cute summer bop. I hate the winter. Seasonal depression, me too. Can't stand the cold. Same. My cheeks in hot color, overripe peaches, no shirt, no shoes, only my features. Can you reach me? No, you can't. I hate it. Maybe TikTok ruined it for me, but oh my god, I cannot stand that line. This song is really good, right? But I think what makes it is when you get to the end. The harmonies with Phoebe Bridgers and Clairo. Oh my god. When you enter heaven, this is what you hear. Yeah, it's a grower. Healing, growth, happiness. You just want to be on the beach when you listen to it. Again, coming from Melodrama, which is probably gonna be noted as one of the best breakup albums of all time. Like, it's literally so sad and raw, and that's probably why I love it so much. Breakup music is my favorite music. But to transition from that into this just feels so healthy and beautiful, and if this is truly where Lorde is in her life right now, I am so happy for her. That is amazing. You know it's already in my playlist. It's been in my playlist since it released. So, next we're gonna move to California. Well, we're not physically gonna move there. It's the next song's title. Okay. Miss the poison arrows aimed directly at my head. This is so pretty. Hold on! California. Ooh! Ooh! It got hard to grow up with your cool hand around my neck. Every time I smell tequila, the garden grows up in my mind again. The production is so pretty. I feel like I'm floating. Why am I on the verge of tears every song? Wow. Okay. Obviously that song is about California, and for Lorde, probably about all the beautiful and amazing things that she's gotten from California, from, you know, going there, becoming famous, making music, and that whole lifestyle of a celebrity, but also acknowledging the negatives and that you don't want it back, but there's still parts of it that you miss. And for me, I definitely relate to this song in a completely different way, but the same parts, where it's like you think about places you've been, or, you know, seasons of your life, and there's things you love and there's things you miss about it, and you can appreciate it but also not want it back at the same time. I don't know why I'm so emotional right now. Am I gonna start my period or something? That's gonna go on my playlist. Definitely relatable. Next, we have Stoned at the Nail Salon, which is another single that we've already heard, and it's definitely my favorite single of the 3 that she's released from this album. I fucking love this song. It's already in my playlist. I love it. I think it's such a good song about just growing up, turning 22 next year, and, you know, I'm not a teenager anymore. I have a house and bills and, you know, pets I have to take care of, and a relationship and a partner and a home and a life I'm building. I'm graduating soon from college, and then it's like, big girl, you know, you're an adult, you're out here, and it's like you look back and you're like, you know, you always wonder like how things would have been differently and how things would have changed if you would have made different choices in your life. Sometimes you yearn for something else, but then at the end of the day, you know that you're content and you're happy. But yeah, it's just, oh, such a good song. Let's give it a listen. I love this life that I have, and the dark who comes when I call. Rest in peace to Lorde's dog. I know that her dog passed away recently, and it really like halted the production of the album. And oh, died, like, I can't even fathom. I can't even imagine the pain of that. So love the ode to her dog in the lyrics. 'Cause all the beautiful girls, they will fade like the roses. 'Cause all the music you loved at 16, you grow out of. While I love this song and it's so relatable, that lyric, I don't get, bestie. Like, I used to listen to the most like emo, like Warped Tour shit when I was in middle school, and then when I was in high school, I like mainly listened to rap. I like, you know, grew out of that phase in my life. But now that I'm an adult, oh my god, I'd be slapping, I'd be singing to Pierce the Veil in the car, and I have no shame about it. That shit hits. So that's the one lyric I'm like, bestie, I don't know about that. If anything, I think the music that I loved when I was like a teenager, I love even more now because it reminds me of good times. I'd ride on the carousel, round and round. Ah! Maybe I stoned at the nail salon. It just gets me every time. Definitely so far it's still my favorite of the tracks we've heard. It's just so real. Growing up is like, it just comes at you so much faster than you anticipate. Part of me just feels like it happened way too soon, and I spent most of my childhood and my teenage years wanting to grow up really fast, and I did grow up really fast, and this song just like reminds you, like, I wish I wouldn't have done that, you know. I wish I could have enjoyed it a little bit more. I spent so much time trying to get away from my hometown, trying to get away from my childhood, trying to get away from all that stuff, and then when you're finally away from it, like I have been for the past few years, it's like, it really hits you on how much you actually miss it. It's like she says, spend all the evenings you can with the people who raised you, and I totally agree with that. I always pictured myself graduating college in the spring and wanting to move out of the state and, you know, move even farther away and experience a new place, and I've realized, especially within the last year, I have the rest of my life to do that. And right now, honestly, I'm planning on moving back home, like not in with my parents or whatever, but moving back up where they live to just be near my family and my friends and the people that raised me, because they're not going to be around forever, and you might as well enjoy that time while you have it. So good. It's so good. Definitely my favorite on the album so far. Next, we have Fallen Fruit.
We had no idea the dreams we had were far too big.
She sounds beautiful.
I believe I was dancing on the falling fruit.
Oh. Okay, Lorde, climate change activists.
From the Nissan to the Phantom to the plane.
Whoa! This is giving me pure heroin vibes. How can I love what I know I'm going to lose? When Lorde writes songs, they perfectly just coincide with the stage of my life. Granted, I've always cared about, you know, the environment and politics and everything, but now that I'm older and I'm an adult and I'm thinking about, you know, in a few years I'll want to buy a house, and then in a few years I'll want to have children, possibly, and it really gets you thinking about like the world and the climate and the state that we are in. So when it's like you look at the older generation and you kind of resent them in a way for just allowing it to get to the point that it did, to where there's really not much that we can even do, and we just kind of have to deal with it. There are so many times when you look at the state of the world and you just feel so fucking hopeless. You know, you dream of like having children and having a family and living this life, and then it's like, do I even want to bring kids into this world right now? And that's really fucking scary. So I actually love that she wrote a song about that, because it's a genuine fear for a lot of people. We're gonna move on to the next one, Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All.
It's a funny thing that you never gain self-control. Couldn't wait to turn 15. Then you blink and it's been 10 years. Growing up a little at a time and all at once.
What was I saying about Stone at the nail salon? You feel like you grew up way too fast, and then she just talks about it again. Like, damn, Lorde, get out of my head.
Baby, gonna feel the pain fire. You're gonna love again, so just try staying open.
I love that verse. Again, God, it's just, this whole album, just relatable. When you've been hurt and you get hurt and you go through heartbreak and people fuck you over, but you, as you get older, you learn, like, you'll love again, you'll meet new people, it'll be okay. And you just, I think that's one thing I've always been really proud of myself for, is, oh my God, I've been through so much bullshit, especially the past few years. People have fucked me over to no end, but I'm still such a loving and caring person, and that's something I'm really proud of myself for. Okay, spoken word.
Your emotional baggage you can pick up at Carousel number 2. Please be careful so it doesn't fall onto someone you love.
That part.
Cool.
I actually love the little like poem outro thing, because that is a lot of what growing up feels like. It literally feels like you're getting off a plane in a new country. and you like are getting familiar with it. Like it just feels so fast, and it's just like, okay, here you are, boom, pick up your baggage and figure out the rest of your life, basically. I love it. It feels like almost a letter to your teenage self, and I feel like that's a lot of what my 20s, I mean, granted I'm just in the beginning of my 20s, but what they've mainly consisted of is healing my inner child, and that's kind of what this feels like. And honestly, it's kind of inspiring me to write my, you know, 15-year-old self a letter. Maybe I'll do that, but for now I'm just gonna put the song in my playlist. Okay, the next song is Man with the Axe.
Moving the furniture when my back is turned.
Is this a breakup song?
Feel like all I know how to do is put on a suit and take it away.
Ooh, the like cheering in the, ooh.
But you with your tongue, I should have known when your favorite record was the same as my father's. You take me down.
Whoa.
And as I took it, I loved you, the boy with the plan.
I'm crying again. Are we even surprised? This is so beautiful. Holy shit. Wow.
Writing a love song for you, baby.
Yeah, I was wrong. Not a breakup song. One of the most beautiful and real love songs I've ever heard. This one just really hits home for me because I've been with Josh, my boyfriend, my partner, my other half, since we were children, since we were 15 and 16. And we did break up for a little while to work on ourselves, and then we got back together, and this song really, really reminds me of him. I should have known when your favorite record was the same as my father's, You'd Take Me Down. My dad is one of my, like, favorite people. Oh my god, I'm trying not to be a mess this whole reaction. My fucking bad, hold on. My dad is one of my favorite people. Taurus, just does everything, the most selfless, loving person. And a lot of the qualities that I really love in him, I find in Josh, a Virgo man. I like my earth signs, you know, they keep me grounded. She talks about feeling like she doesn't know what she's doing, and you know, growing up is hard, and you know, she's still struggling and finding herself, but then you have this man with the axe, as she calls him, this person that just loves her and supports her and has a plan, and like you'll figure it out together. And that's totally how I feel about Josh. He's just like literally like my other half. Like I just feel like there's nothing better than doing life and figuring it out with him, and how we've continued to love each other through all the different versions of ourselves and the way we've grown. And so yeah, this one is, oh, it's so beautiful. Hard Feelings is probably my favorite song from Melodrama, and every time I listen to it, it just gets me really emotional, and I feel like this will be my Hard Feelings. Definitely my playlist. I think that's gonna be up there, probably right there with Stoned at the Nail Salon for my top song of the album. Next, we have Dominoes. Hopefully I don't cry this time. I'm so sorry. I don't think I've cried this much in a music reaction ever. I'm really going through it.
Just outside of Woodstock.
I like this little...
Now you're watering all the flowers.
Sounds like an island, kind of.
Just another phase you're rushing on through. See you smoking marijuana. You used to do the most cocaine of anyone I'd ever met.
Woo! Is that a diss?
The whole world changes right around you. Must feel good being missed to start again.
Oh my god. Definitely I think that's the shortest song so far. Yeah, coming in at just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Damn. Okay, Lorde, I'm sensing a little shade in that. Immediately that makes me think, I mean, we've probably all had somebody like that, whether it's an ex-friend, an ex, someone that's not in your life anymore. Oh, I relate to this. Oh my god. The last ex that I had when Josh and I were broken up, before him and I got back together, probably my last like true heartbreak, It's so funny because, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna spill no tea on the internet. He probably watches my videos. You just see people that aren't in your life anymore, and you see them just throwing away good opportunities or changing into people that you never thought they'd be, but you're like not surprised, you know? I don't know. It's hard to explain how I feel about this song without divulging too much personal information, so I'm gonna skip on that one. There are certain people that they just live their life in phases, and that's all they can do. They don't have a true sense of self. I don't think I'm gonna add that one to my playlist just because it is so short, but she's cute. I like that one. I like the like island vibe. It sounds like happy and flowy, but it's really like basically a diss track, which I can appreciate. The next song is Big Star.
Everyone knows that you're too good for me, don't they?
Sorry, Lord, I don't know if I can relate to that line. I'd say I'm pretty much the best that anyone's ever had, so, you know.
But every perfect summer's gotta say goodnight.
Hold on! That's a wait! That's a liability reference. Oh, bitch. Not the liability reference. Oh.
Maybe you're a big star, you're a wanna take your picture.
Oh.
Till I die.
Oh.
Till I die.
Another just like, oh, beautiful song. I'm so tired of crying. I feel like this is just about a loved one, and when you look at your loved ones and you're like, am I even good enough to like be loved by you and be a part of your life? And you know, everyone has people like that. And apparently this song is about her dog. So, oh, stop. I love the connection back to melodrama and liability with the perfect summer reference. I love when artists do that. I love it. It just, oh, I bust, literally. What a gorgeous song, and what a beautiful tribute. Oh my God, Lord, stop. Oh, the fact that it's about her dog. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, I'm not okay. Next, ignore how red my face is, we have Leader of a New Regime.
Wearing SPF 3000 for the ultraviolet ray. Won't somebody, anybody, be the leader of a new regime? We need the leader of a new regime.
I feel like this one ties back into Fallen Fruit with the same sort of message. At least that's what I'm getting from it, about we need people to fix the issues with our country, with our world, with the environment, with everything. And so true, bestie, I agree. This one, it doesn't say it's an interlude, but it's a minute and a half, so it feels kind of like an interlude, but it's at the very end of the album, so that's a little bit interesting. I've never seen an interlude like this late in an album. Do I love this one though? Not that much. I like the message of it and the idea, but it's probably not something I will replay or re-listen to, but you know, that's okay. The next song is her most recent single from the album, Mood Ring, and honestly I've listened to this maybe once, so I'm still very new when it comes to this song. I don't know how I feel about it, so let's listen to it again.
Now all of my oceans have riptides. Don't you think the early 2000s seem so far away?
Yes, I do, Lord.
Hey, 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 hey.
I personally don't like that bit. The I don't know. Not my favorite.
Come on stage and I'll cleanse the crystals. We can get high, but only if the wind blows. I can't feel a thing.
Me. Just kidding. Actually, very much not me. I wish I was me. I definitely feel a lot of things. You can tell by how many times I've cried during this video. Sonically, this song and Solar Power feel like sisters to me.
Let's in celebrity news. All the vitamins I consume. Doing Scorpio generation.
Scorpio generation. Love an astrology reference. Love it. Honestly, I love the ending. The way the song just boom ends. Hell yeah, dude. punched me in the gut with that. I love the way the song ends. It's great. When you listen to it and you're just like focusing on the music and the productions and you're not really paying attention to the lyrics that much, it's a very easy listen. It's just kind of like chill, you know, it's fun to listen to. Like you could put it on the radio and in background noise and it would be like, you know, pleasing. I think the issue with me with this song is the lyrics. Lorde said that this is her take on like wellness culture in the modern day, you know, white women who love tarot card readings and burning sage and crystals and thinking that that's gonna like fix all the problems in the world, and this is kind of her satirical take on people like that. And it's also supposed to be sort of like a really early 2000s inspired song, and it sounds like that. Like literally it sounds like you could put this on the radio in 2005 and it wouldn't really feel that weird. It would feel like it would kind of fit in, which I can appreciate. I can't relate to this song. I wish I could use sage and crystals and manifestation to like feel better about my life, but it's the same thing with religion for me. I think I'm just a little bit too cynical, so it's hard for me to do that. That's always something that I've had such like an issue with, or that just really grinds my gear. Being like, you can manifest anything you want in this life. You can't manifest away capitalism, sexism, homophobia, and systemic racism. That's not really how it works, unfortunately. I wish it fucking did, though. At first, I didn't really like this song because it felt pretty, like, surface level until I realized it was a satirical take. And I can appreciate it for that. It is kind of funny and satirical the way some people escape their problems in the world. But you know what? Hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying I can't relate. That's all. The last song on the album is Oceanic Feeling, but it also says there's 2 other tracks on Genius, Helen of Troy, and Hold No Grudge, but I don't see them on Spotify. So if anyone knows where I could find those, hit your girl up. The last song that I have available to me is Oceanic Feeling, so let's listen to it.
I think about my father, sliding the knife under the skin, grateful for this offering, under the sun.
Back to the sun reference, full circle, full circle.
Little brother, baby boy, you're so cool. I know you're scared, same as I, but oh, it'll be revealed in time.
Oh, I love that verse because while I'm turning, you know, I'm starting my 20s, my little brother just graduated and moved into his own place, and so it's really weird to see the dynamic of that, and you see your younger siblings grow up and become adults, and it makes you just feel even older. But like, I just remember how I felt and how scared I was and what life felt like when I was 18 and moving out. Yeah, it's kind of what I would say to him. Like, I know you're scared, but like, it'll all work out, and you're excited for them to go on that next journey. So yeah, I relate to that part. I love that line. I can make anything real. Tattoo that on me, baby. Oh, I love that.
Now the cherry black lipsticks gathering dust and control. I'll be hurt, 'cause I got this power.
I love that line. Lorde's signature, like pure heroine era, like when she first kind of really, you know, popped up on the scene, that dark red lipstick, and now she's saying, I'm growing, I'm changing. I don't need that old self anymore. I don't need those parts of me anymore. I got power now. It sounds like it's ending, but it's not. This is a 6-minute song, by the way. Not my laptop dying at the fucking outro of the album, bitch.
And step into the choir.
Wow. I'm sad that it's over. I'm sad that it's over. For a 6-minute song, it actually goes by pretty quickly. It doesn't feel super long because it's changing. Like the subject matter, you go from talking about the past, the present, to the future. All this, it talks about basically just her whole life. She really said, the last song, I'm gonna talk about everything. Let's fucking go. No holding back, 6-minute song. I don't think I'll add it to my playlist just because it doesn't seem like something I would need to listen to, but every once in a while. Wow, what a beautiful track. That doesn't feel like a song as much as it just feels like a diary reading, something off her notes app. Like, it doesn't feel like a song that you would just vibe to in the car. It feels like an experience. Wow, okay. I'm gonna be honest. From the reviews, I guess, what people have been saying about Solar Power, I thought I wasn't gonna like it very much. I got kind of nervous about it. I've just heard a lot of mixed reviews, and I don't get it. Now that I've heard the album, I don't fucking understand it. This is a beautiful album. I feel like Pure Heroine was teen angst and just finding yourself as a teenager and just, you know, dealing with all the bullshit of being a teenager. Melodrama, for me, was like first heartbreak, like dealing with love and the pain and the hurt. And then Solar Power feels like just coping with getting older and growing up. Growing up is like how if I could describe this album in 2 words, it would be growing up. And wow, like it was beautiful. I think the really interesting thing about Lorde's discography is each album is so different in the sound. Like there's certain things that the Lorde signatures, the layered vocals, you know, that you recognize from each album, but like the way the songs feel, the genre, just the production of it all, the tone of the album, the story it tells are so different every time, but I feel like she nails it every fucking time. Wow, that's Solar Power. I feel like this needs a more dramatic and interesting ending for what a beautiful album that was, but I'm just me, so here I am. My favorites from the album are Stoned at the Nail Salon, of course, Solar Power, Man with the Axe, holy shit, and probably Big Star are my top 4 standouts upon first listen. That's basically it. Thank you guys all so much for watching me cry. Appreciate it. If you could subscribe, maybe give this video a like to compensate for the emotional damage, that would be wonderful. If there's any other albums or music releases that you want me to react to, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, and go check out my recent Sims Let's Play series. It's really good. It's Black Widow. I get a bunch of sugar daddies and I murder them, and it's a fun time. Fucking thank you, Lorde. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go stream this till my ears fall off. I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!